Today on Tikifire Toy Reviews, Marvel Legends Warbird from the Giant Man series by Toybiz. Hello, Tikifire here with another Tikifire Toy Review. And today I'm reviewing a figure from the Giant Man series. This is Warbird, made by Toybiz back in 2006. Yes, that's Carol Danvers, also known as Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Binary, and of course Warbird as she's being named here. Although she also wore this costume as Miss Marvel, so go figure. The character first appeared in Marvel Superheroes number 13 back in 1968. And she was just a U.S. Air Force person. And basically she didn't become Miss Marvel until January of 1977. And she's a cool character. She's really cool. And here you can see she comes with the torso. Well, the bottom part of the torso. It's like his crotch and his lower torso of Giant Man. Oh, Giant Man. Oh, boy. Alright, this is lower torso in the package. Okay. So, let's take a look at the back. I always like looking at the backs of these things. Oh, she's just got a tiny write-up. Oh, come on. You know, Captain Marvel, Warbird, whatever you're calling her, she deserves a little better than that. It says Carol Danvers has been many things: Air Force pilot, magazine editor, even an alcoholic. Where'd that come from? But with powers derived from the alien Kree and a fighting spirit that refuses to quit, Carol defies her own weaknesses and battles for justice as a mighty avenger. Alright, Power Grid, Intelligence 3. She's one of the smarter characters out there in the Marvel Universe. Strength, a 4. She's very strong. Speed, 5. Yes, she's real fast. Durability, 4. Energy projection, 5. And fighting skills, a 4. And I believe she can fire blasts out of her hands or something like that. It's kind of cool. And it's part of that Kree blood infusion she got from the original Marvel, Captain Marvel, who was a Kree soldier. So kind of cool. I've always thought she was a cool character, though I never really read a whole lot of comics with her in them besides the Avengers. So I know she had her own comic at one point. Well, actually, at a couple of different points she's had her own comic. I think recently she had one, and that evidently a lot of people liked, so go figure. Alright, so let's crack this bad boy open and get the plastic fumes from 9 years ago and take a look at what's in the package. Alright, so here's the Carol Danvers Warbird action figure from Toybiz from 9 years ago. And it's kind of a cool looking figure. It does really appear to be the character. There it is on this king size annual, the Avengers number 10 annual. This is a reprint, of course. There's the actual original cover. And I don't know, I haven't read this thing yet, so I don't know how much Captain Marvel actually shows up in it. Go figure. Or if it's just Carol being Carol. I don't even know. That may be back. In fact, I think that's back when she didn't have her powers, because Rogue had stolen her powers from her. It's weird. Alright, so yeah. Anyways, that comic comes in the set, and you also get the lower torso, or in other words, the crotch and upper legs of Giant Man. And so there's the upper body, or lower torso, and the legs and the feet of Giant Man. Kind of cool. Alright, we'll put this over the side for later talking. Alright, so there's Warbird. She's pretty cool looking, and this is a pretty good likeness of the character. I know Hasbro has recently released a updated version of this character in their Marvel Legends line, but for Toybiz, this is pretty good. Let's take a look at her articulation. She's got a rotation at the, well, actually she's got 2 rotations at the bicep. She's got a rotation at the shoulder, and she's got a ball joint there which will swivel around somewhat. She's got a rotation there. She's got a rotation in the middle of her bicep. That's kind of unusual. Haven't seen that before on these figures. Double jointed elbow. Her wrist will rotate. It's a little stiff. And whoa, that is not looking good there. Yeah, gonna have to be careful with that wrist because it looks like the pin has come out. Maybe I can fix it. Maybe not, but you know, 9-year-old figure. I'm gonna be real careful with this thing. So that rotates and that would bend, but I'm not gonna try it. Her hand does clench up into a fist. You do get some rotation on her head a little bit, but her hair mold here, it's a kind of a hard rubber. That won't let her do too much side to side because of the way it's laying on her shoulders a little bit. And you can't really make her look up too far because of that. But you can look down though. Okay, the other arm is pretty similar except the wrist is actually holding together. That's tiny, so I'm not surprised that's kind of come out over 9 years here. Maybe I can get that back together. We'll see. Alright, I'll do that off camera. Yeah. She's got the ab crunch. Yes, yes. She's got the swivel waist. Got this cool, it's a kind of floppy rubberized waist sash there. She does have the typical rotation at the upper thigh. She's also got a rotation point at the mid thigh. That's kind of cool. And she's got the painted on leather boots. She does have ball joints here that are very stiff, though they will move if you play with them a little. Well, that one feels like it might break, and I don't want to test it. So we'll leave well enough alone with that. She does have double jointed knees, rotation at the calf. She's got the rocker ankles, typical of Toybiz, move up and down ankle, and of course the toes that pivot. So pretty cool figure. I mean, she's kind of flimsy. I will say that. Just looking at her in the package, I thought she was flimsy, but now with her out of the package, and that wrist is kind of hinky, and this leg here doesn't want to go up on the ball joint. Wow, that's, yeah. That's kind of messed up. Well, okay, there's the rotation point. Ah, there it goes. Okay. So you just have to make sure it's on the rotation point. Duh. Glad I didn't try to push that because that would have probably broken it. Alright, so what do I think about her as a figure? Well, as a figure, you can probably display her. She'd look pretty good displayed. I think the pose they had her in the package where it looked like she was flying was probably the best pose, but you'd have to have a flight stand of some sort, and they did not include one in this package, even though she's got a hole in her back where you could put one of those Toybiz flight stands in there, little shield-shaped bases on them. You could put her on one of those if you have an extra one. I think I only have one right now of the package and War Machines on it, so yeah, we're going to leave that alone. So, would I recommend getting her? Well, if you're a big fan of Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, Warbird, Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call her, would I recommend this figure? Possibly. I mean, it's a little weird. It's kind of flimsy. I'm definitely wanting now to get out the Hasbro 3-pack and check out that figure and see if she's made a little better. I bet she is. If you want Giant Man, if you want to build him, unless you want to buy this lower torso piece separately, you're definitely going to have to pick up Warbird here. And if I remember correctly, when I was perusing them, you could actually, this is another one of those pieces, you can actually buy her with the piece just as cheap as buying just the piece by itself. So you might as well if you're going to build Giant Man here. So kind of cool. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for your time.